Hello, writers. I'm so excited for everyone who has decided to join me for 52 scenes in 52 weeks. It's going to be a crazy adventure. I'm so excited for it to start, and the fact that we're going to end up with a novel at the end of the year is really a fantastic reward. So, what I wanted to talk about this morning just a bit is time management and how much time I'm planning on dedicating to this challenge. My whole thinking behind 52 Scenes was the fact that I needed to be able to write my novel at a manageable pace. Something like Nano, which I think is the most amazing thing on earth, and I would love to do it. I have tried it once, but I wasn't successful. The challenge is just that the months that they run them in just tend to be incredibly busy for me. As a mom, my kids write exams, I'm studying, and it's just the general chaos of the day and the year and everything. So one day I'm going to do a Nano, but until then, I need to be able to write something and to do something that is sustainable that I can keep up throughout the year. Okay. Along with all my other responsibilities and joys and fun things that I get to do. So what I'm planning on doing is I kind of sort of spending like no more than 2 hours a week on the writing. In my life, a Sunday afternoon is great because everyone's busy with their own little bits and it's our relaxed time of the weekend. So I'll sit down and I'll try to carve up about 2 hours for myself writing. However, that does not mean it's the only time that I spend on this project. I spend a lot of time throughout the week thinking about my story. So once I have that new prompt, I'll start going, okay, this is what I have. What is this prompt going to do for me? Is this prompt going to work? Is this prompt not going to work? What can I do? Are we going to discover anything new? So what I do throughout the week is I spend a lot of time thinking about the story. Okay, so these stories and these ideas that I come up with at that point, I have my phone with me almost all the time. So I use the notes function on the phone, and I'll either type up my notes or it's got a voice record function as well. If I can't type, I'll go, how about a scene where she does this and this and this, or I put this into place. I need to get my character to the airport. I need to get them to the jungle. I need to get them wherever. How will this happen? Okay. So there's a lot of thinking that goes into that, a lot of note taking. And when I can sit down on Sunday, I'm prepared and I have ideas to start with. Okay. That is, of course, an ideal week, okay, where I have my two hours on a Sunday. It has happened many times in the past with 12 short stories where either there was not enough thinking and there aren't any ideas, so I do write on the day of the deadline. There is also a magic to that urgency and to that, oh, I have to post, okay, so that's something that also works. I'm just trying to be a little bit kinder to myself and making my work pace a bit more sustainable. But if it happens on the day of the deadline, it happens on the day of the deadline. Another option that you can look at as well is on Writers Write, I publish, which I call the daily writing prompts, but in a monthly way, okay, in a monthly form, okay. So if you sign up on Writers Write for the week, for the daily newsletter, you'll receive the daily writing links. Writers Write posts a daily prompt, okay, which you're welcome to use. On the last, usually the last or the second last day of the month, I publish a list of prompts for the month coming. So it's got the dates, first, second, third, fourth, and then there's a word next to each of those, which encourage you to write every day. So if you write, so those are timed prompts, okay? So it has to do with free writing, and you just sit down. Well, obviously, if you're going to write a novel, it's not that free, but it's a great place to explore your story. So what happens is you'll download that document. You can set a timer for yourself, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. 5 minutes is too short for me, 10 minutes is too long for me, 7 minutes seems to be my sweet spot. So you start your timer on your phone and you just write. The only rule is you're not allowed to pick up the pen, okay? The pen has to be moving all the time. Even if you have to write, I don't know what the bloody hell to write, that's also fine, okay? So you just keep writing and you keep writing. You are not allowed to stop before the timer goes off, but you're allowed to keep going after the timer has gone off. Okay, so some days you can have great days, other days you're going to struggle to get to your 7 minutes, but do whatever you can. For me, I get about 200, 250, 300 words in 7 minutes. Okay, they're not all great, they're not all brilliant, but it's 300 more than I had the day before. So if you do that for 5 days, 300 words, that's 1,500 words. And if you've really thought about it, that's actually your scene done for the day. Okay, so either you can do it in 7-10 minutes a day, whichever that is, or you can sit down and block out 2 hours a week. Okay, but that's roughly how I would advise you to deal with your time. Otherwise, wait for the deadline and see what pops onto the page. Okay, that this is very, very loose. It's very unstructured. As long as you post your 1,200 to 1,500 words a week, I really don't mind how you get there. Okay. So I hope that helps you with that. If you haven't signed up yet, please go onto deadlinesforwriters.com. You'll find a registration button if you're already a member of the site. Please go to log in, go to the accounts tab, find show all membership levels, and you'll find the registration button over there. Okay, or the add level button, sorry. Thanks, writers. I can't wait to meet you on the page. Let's see what's going to come out of these stories.